remind me. Remember it. All right, cool. All right, so we hit record. We're recording. Okay, cool. All right, so we talk about AI today and how I can utilize it in your business. So I'm going to talk about some different softwares that are out there that you guys can use. I've done some research and I've used a few tools myself that I think are super helpful for production for your business. And then also different aspects of your business that you can use it in that is also extremely helpful. But one of the first things I wanted to talk about is a few different softwares and ways that you can start to use AI, or you might want to start to consider it. So there's a few of them, and I'm going to share a screen and show you some of the ones that I was studying up on and like checking out that seem pretty useful. I don't. One, a few of them I've tried out, some of them I haven't personally, so I can't always vouch for them, but a lot of them all have free demos or different versions that you can try or test it out for a little while and see if it's something that you want to do. The first one that I did some research on that I found was called this RESTB.ai. It is about visual insights, which is pretty cool. If you guys do not know about this one, what it does is it's all about using AI to visually analyze different pictures and like different things that you have with a property. And then it can actually use this intelligence through the computer to help you to understand more about like that property itself. So for instance, if you're working with iBuyers or investors, it can analyze properties for you to tell you whether or not it's going to be a good property. It can filter through properties also too, helping you find properties that fit what buyers or sellers might be looking for. It, of course, can analyze things in the MLS. I thought this was really cool for compliance. So it actually showed in its demo that when you put a photo in there, it can actually analyze certain things about the property that would be even violations. So for instance, if there's maybe one of the images that caught a picture of a listing sign or any kind of branding that's in there that shouldn't be, or just various aspects about it that would cause any kind of issues or something along those lines. It's personalized marketing. It talks about, it can even analyze for insurance premiums and any kind of risks that you would have involved. It's able to analyze everything that it sees in there, which is really cool, and can give you data that you can use even for writing listing descriptions. So maybe you're one of those people that you have brain fart when it comes to like, how do I write up listing descriptions? Well, it's able to go through there and tell you, the condition of the property and all of the features. It's able to analyze in there and give you the wording that you can use. So here, it knows to analyze the styles of different homes, the different rooms that you would have within a property. And so whatever your client's looking for, it's able to find those by using AI to be able to leverage your time in searching for those things. It can give you a complexity score. It gives you image tagging, right? So it's able to tag images with these different names that can help you. And then it's also able to analyze the condition and talk about those conditions by what it can read through the software. So it's pretty cool. It's one of those things where I think, it's helping with engagement for SEO is always a big thing with web traction. So a lot of people forget like the tagging of photos. What's the important thing about that? Well, if you don't know anything about websites or software or anything like that, SEO tags on your images actually increases the searchability. So when you're putting images online, if you're putting tags within those images of what's in them, it actually increases web traffic because you have all these little bots that are constantly swiping through the web, right? We don't see it constantly, but like Google and all of these little bots. I don't know how to describe it, but they're these little things that are running all over the website, all over the internet, and they're analyzing every single website and every single thing that you find online. And it's deciding how it wants to categorize those things based on the quality, what's in it, what it says, how fast it loads, everything about that. So if you're wanting to rank your social media, your website, your blog, any of those things, SEO, search engine optimization, having the correct wording and things like that is so important. And so that's what this is talking about. SEO image captions are super important. So it's able to analyze the pictures and help you decide what are the SEO tags that are most important that should be named about this property, thus increasing your SEO score of something. So really cool. But I do think this is one of those that you can go and get a little demo, try it out, see if it's something useful in your business. Again, it's one of those little things that you could set you apart from other real estate agents if you're utilizing something. And of course, I mean, if you're working with a team or if you're one of those people that moves very, very quickly, I mean, knowing that it's always checking for compliance and things of that nature could also be super, super helpful for you. Um, so that's a really cool one. Moving on, I wanted to show you guys DeepSeek. I don't know if you guys know what DeepSeek is. So DeepSeek is the Chinese version of ChatGPT. So why would I want to use the Chinese version of ChatGPT? So if you guys didn't know this, America is real, real petty. And so NVIDIA is one of the highest known AI software companies around. They have one of the highest stocks, one of the largest pools of creating AI software. And I have stock that I've bought with them. It's just a great company. They do a lot of graphics and things like that within the computer space, but they own the market share of it in the US, a huge part of it when ChatGPT came out and everything. Well, America, like I said, is very petty. And so what they said was, we're going to patent this and we're not going to allow other countries to be able to better or copy or use our software, which is ChatGPT. And so they said, we're going to own this market in this space, and we're not going to allow anybody else to come in. They're going to have to create their own, basically. And so China, knowing that they did this, said, well, okay, well, we will go and create our own ChatGPT. And they went and they did this, and they just released it a couple weeks ago. And the amazing thing is, if you don't watch the news or know or keep up with this kind of stuff, I'm here to help you. This DeepSeek became the fastest, most well-known AI software downloaded in the App Store because China made this. It's faster than the newest version of ChatGPT. And they said, we're going to offer it for free in the chat store. And so now you get all the benefits of ChatGPT, except faster, and it's free. So you can go and sign up for DeepSeek. So if you've been using ChatGPT, I have DeepSeek now on my phone. Now, the only difference is DeepSeek does not have all of the capabilities that ChatGPT has with all the add-ons, because ChatGPT can do images, it can do tables, it can do all of these different things. DeepSeek is an information place. So the usual things that we're using ChatGPT for is asking questions, right? So how do I find, oh wait, I'm not even typing. So how do I find the best AI softwares for real estate agents? Type it in, and just like that, it's analyzing what I find, and it's going to list everything here for me, just like ChatGPT would do. And all I do is sign up for it. It's free. It's the full version. It searches the internet and the web for me, gives me a list of, all great places that I can go to find stuff. So very, very cool. Highly recommend you guys checking this out, because if you don't pay for I pay $20 a month for the upgraded version of ChatGPT, and I've been playing around with this one and using it, deciding if it's even worth it for me to keep ChatGPT at this point, because this one does all the same thing. Like, it literally looks just like it. My only reserve about getting rid of ChatGPT is that I can't use it. I can't use all the other add-ons that ChatGPT has with it, all the apps and software. But I'm sure they're very quickly going to create, now that it's been released, all the same add-ons and things like that to be able to compare to them. But yeah, I mean, if you're mad at America for trying to cancel TikTok and you want to get back with them, well, go and download this Chinese app. And you can use it just like ChatGPT. I think it's a great software, and obviously you can use it for a lot of the same things. Here, it's already given us a lot of different suggestions of different things that we can use within. But yeah, I highly recommend DeepSeek if you have not checked it out. Next up, I was going to show y'all something called Structurally. Structurally is pretty freaking cool. I have tried this one and I like it. I would say it is for agents that are have a database of a lot of maybe old leads or leads that you want to stay in front of or buyer leads that are coming in. Maybe you do Facebook marketing, things like that. And so what this is it converts leads into deals using AI. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, AI chatbots, you can totally tell what they are, like they sound super generic and things like that. Like you can totally, well, if you're curious about this, you can actually do a demo. You put in your phone number, and they're actually going to call you and do a demo with you. And I've already completed all this. I've done it. It's very cool. I did not have any idea that I was not talking to an AI when I was talking to her. She sounded like a real person to me, calling from a call center, and our conversation was extremely natural. Like if I cut her off, she stopped talking just like a human would and listened, and then responded and pivoted. This I thought was very, very cool. So if you're somebody that has a very large database, and you're thinking about how can leverage my time, because that's the problem is as you grow and scale, right, you can only handle so many deals at a time. So at a certain point you start asking yourself, well, how do I leverage to where I can get more deals happening? Well, it's these types of things. If you can't afford things like having a ISA, which is an on-staff person who is constantly making phone calls for you every day, which I highly recommend once you start to scale. This is the cheaper version of that because it can help you to convert these leads. And here's the problem is most agents get leads, right? They get them in their place and they call the CRM the place where leads go to die. Because the problem is agents have the CRM, they put all the people in there, then they don't know what to say, they don't know how to follow up with them. And a lot of times it's not even knowing exactly what to say all the time. It's just sometimes making the dang phone call, guys, like just are sending the dang text message. I know people find this like extremely hard to believe, but the average agent will follow up with a lead two, maximum three times, or try to call them 2 to 3 times. And all the studies most recently show the ability, sorry, my cat's being wild over there. The ability to be able to convert leads, it takes about 16 to 18 touch points before a lead will actually engage with you that you've gotten from online that does not know you. 16 to 18 times, guys. And the average agent is calling 2 to 3, if that, right? Maybe they call once and then they give up. And I know you guys can vouch for this because I know you probably do the same thing. Maybe Bryant is the abnormal one here because I know he's a master cold caller. So I know he probably calls more than that. But this helps you leverage your time. The pricing, I don't think is outrageous, especially if you compare it to trying to get a actual person, right, to do these calls for you and how expensive they are. But this can start conversations for you and help you to convert things, and it will more than pay for itself. I mean, $400 a month. I mean, how much do you get in commission on average, right? $5,000 to $8,000 average commission, right, in our area. So that easily pays for itself if you're getting this thing to make to start conversations for you. So highly recommend you looking into AIs that are able to actually help you to convert, right? Really, really good software. The cool thing is too, if you guys use a lender partner or something like that, and maybe you're splitting the cost of leads with a lender partner, like, hey, we're getting a ton of leads in, and I'm having trouble keeping up with all these calls. I would love to invest in this software that's even going to help me to try. Very likely, a lender will split the cost of this even with you too, to where now, y'all are each paying what, $250, maybe y'all doing $500 or $1,000, whatever. I'm paying 500, he's paying 500 for my leads. Then I say, let's add on this, and we're going to get it to call at least 250 of these leads for me every single month, right? And now I'm paying another 250. He's paying 250, so 750 a month. And I'm getting whatever amount of leads and whatever lead service that you're using, and I'm getting this little chat bot to help me engage and try to get conversations. And yes, this does phone conversations. This is not just text message. This thing actually does in here human AI call, text, and it does live transfers. So meaning it will call you when it says, "Hey, somebody wants to talk to you in real time," just like a secretary, it will call you and say, "Hey, we have so and so on the line, and they wanted to discuss with you about meeting to discuss a property or go view a property or whatever." Right? Incredible. Cool, cool stuff. Highly recommend you guys looking into things like this because it can really change your business, especially if you're having trouble. This is another big thing too, right? So the speed to lead is a huge thing, right? They say your average time to convert a lead is really within 5 minutes, right? That's the highest point. You get like, I want to say your connectivity rate is like 80% higher if you call the lead within 5 minutes of when they filled out whatever the response time is. And let me tell you this, I am busy enough in my business. I do not have a lot of times that quick of a response rate with when a lead pops up in my CRM that I could call them back that fast. And speed to lead is absolutely going to increase your conversion because most of the time they're still thinking about the fact that they filled that out. They're not confused because if they filled it out and then you're waiting and you're calling them a day later, they don't remember. They were playing around online. They might have gone to multiple websites and clicked on multiple things. They might have multiple agents now calling them. So it gets real confusing. But let me tell you, if I clicked on something and you were the first website I went on, then all of a sudden that first agent calls me and we have a great conversation. All of a sudden, whatever happens after that doesn't really make sense because I've already made the best impression, right? They saw how my fast response time, it was on their mind. I'm giving them what they want. Instant gratification, right? People like that. So highly recommend you guys checking out stuff like this. So structurally, very cool. And there's other lead softwares that I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is one that I actually use personally. You guys never heard of it? Anybody heard of YLopo? No, it's not Yoplo. It's YLopo. YLopo, buyers, sellers. There are some of the top teams in the world using YLopo, and I do highly recommend it. It is a great software, and it has AI that is built into it, a chatbot that they comprehensively built called Raya that will engage with your leads for you. And the cool thing is there's no really limit to how much, leads you can get from them. But if you absolutely want to, start getting some deals, I definitely closed a lot of business thanks to YLopo over the years, but it is not cheap. It is, I would honestly say it's not one of the cheaper ones within the industry, but it is very effective in what it does. So what you do is YLopo builds you a website and they give you a fully integrated, agent website that's pretty cool. It's a pretty nice website. And it's a sales funnel where basically they run the ads for you on Facebook or Google. You get to pick how you want to do it, Google PPC ads or Facebook. And they are driving traffic through video or through pictures of properties, driving traffic of those people to your website. But what they do is they don't just grab, like if I was running a Facebook ad, somebody clicks on something, then right away I get them as a lead. YLopo doesn't send them to you right away. They continue to engage with them and try to increase the rapport or get them to come back and engage multiple times and warm up the lead for you before they ever send it to you. So they don't just have somebody who clicks and has no idea, and all of a sudden you're calling them and they're like, what the hell's going on? They warm up the leads for you. And then you have the option to get hotter leads from them because they are able to warm them up. Now, you have different options of the funnels. So they tell you, we can send you the coldest of cold leads if you want those. Like if you want them just to run ads and then, somebody clicks on something, they put it in your CRM, you can call them. You can do that. But for me personally, I felt like I wanted them to filter through those leads and get me the warmer people. I didn't want to call all these cold people who had no idea or they just started looking, that sort of thing. I wanted people that had been engaged for a while and that were more likely to convert. And so you can do that. And the cool thing is you can do sellers, but seller leads are more expensive. You can do buyers, and buyers are much more affordable, and you can get lots and lots of leads. So that's how I built my database of thousands of leads over the years from YLopo. And I built, I would say, a majority of my past clients are actually YLopo leads, which is really cool. So great system, but obviously not cheap. Highly recommend you guys partner with a lender on this. I had a lender who partnered with me on this for years, and we had some great conversions with this one if you're willing to make the calls. Raya will engage people, text message and all that stuff, even phone calls, just like structurally. But again, it's not perfect. Some people will not respond. Sometimes the conversations felt a bit AI-ish. it might, they're improving it and making it better. But definitely check it out. See, they got the AI voice that you have here, the AI text, so no lead gets left behind. How's your search coming along? They talk to them, get them to engage, and then your goal is to go in there and then close them. And then they have things like, Google Business Page, LSA online marketing. So I was doing my Google local service ads through them as well. They help to optimize your profile to make sure that you're being found on searches. They try to give you the best quality leads that are out there. And then you're constantly getting this workflow, these different flows of these qualified leads, right? So they streamline the process to make sure that you're getting everything that you need out of it, but it gives you an awesome website. They can do websites from kind of plug and play all the way to fully, completely customized. That's also within their pricing, so it's up to you. But I definitely recommend you guys also checking out YLopo if your goal is to get more lead flow. I think it's a great software and it really truly is very powerful. A lot of big teams around the country are using it, so I would check it out. Um, Next step, if you have any questions or anything, stop me. Next one I want to show you guys is one that's my favorite. HomeBot. As have y'all ever heard of HomeBot? Okay, wonderful. Um, HomeBot is cool. It's extremely cheap, guys. If you partner with a lender, which I know a lender in the area, there's a few lenders in the area that you can find to help partner with, but all of your past clients that you want to engage with or homeowners that you would like a touch point with, this software is incredible. What it does is it sends them a digest about what the property, what the value of their home is, and it helps you to stay in touch with these people. So it gives you a score of how likely they are to sell, and they are actually able to request CMAs from you and ask for updated, lists, things like that. So these are some people that have actually asked. Let's see. Yeah. So Sunny asked for a property value update. So see, it has this estimated value here. And you can put whatever you want in here, co-buyer, all of these different things. And if you want to preview the report that they're getting, you can look at it. So this is what the client's getting on their side. They get an email from me. And this is what it looks like when they open it, right? Has all my branding right here. Says, hey, here's your current value. Feel free to reach out for me. This is your estimated value. Now I can go in here and readjust it myself just to show them, but it shows them the little graph, of what their home value has been doing. And then look, it can even say, hey, this is why it's been cooling it down a bit in the market. It can give them, ideas of, hey, look, this is what's been going on in the market. These are the properties that we're seeing selling, and this is why we think your home is worth that value, right? It really is very powerful and gives people a lot of stuff to really check to be able to understand why their home value is going up and down. And it's super interactive. They can view calculations. I can add if I have a loan and I want to put in, any information about it, I can put it all in here. It says you might have 272 in purchasing power on the new home, right? So it gives them things that's enticing them. Hey, do I want to buy an investment property? Do I want to purchase a new home? Any of these things they can click on and it will let me know. If they have any questions, they can ask me right in here. It shows you all these different things that they can do to build equity, right? It talks about, so I partnered with a lender on this. And so because of that, I get more leads. I can get more people in there. I think so it's $20 a month, just to let you guys know to do this, but it gives you a cap on how many people that you can actually put into the software. But if you partner with a lender, it like doubles it and it gives you more. So I highly recommend you partnering with a lender on this just so you can get more leads in there. Um, and then what's cool is, I mean, you can even do, look, if you did an Airbnb on this property, this is how much you could probably charge per night and how much you would make, right? All the cost and the monthly revenue, everything. So it's really, guys, such a powerful tool for buyers and sellers. I highly recommend you getting something like this because it will help you nurture clients. Like there's multiple clients I've had reach out to me based off of the value, and I got a listing this month from this. So if you're not great about following up with people and sending them CMAs on a regular basis on the value of their property, do this. It's a monthly digest that they get in their email. It's one click to unsubscribe if they're not interested. And it truly will help you stay top of mind with the client because you're giving them something of value, right? So here they get the home estimate. They can check out what's going on in the market on this little tab right here. All these different things are all listed here. Uh, Manage their home loan, right? They can add all their home loan details, and then HomeBot will use its tool to help them understand their equity and everything that they have more so. It's app on their phone. Everything's all here. But yeah, what the cool thing is they can even search for properties in the area too. So let's say I wanted to be a buyer, right? I can activate the buyer's experience on here. So let's say it's a seller and they have their home and they saw all the equity and they go, huh, you know what? Maybe I am curious about buying. Let me see what's in the area. See, it already populated homes that's around where my client already lives for them to browse some properties. And so if they click on buy, they opt in and it tells me, hey, Drake, this person just wanted to start looking at homes for sale in the area. Boom, you may want to reach out to them. They are, they have this much equity in their property and they're looking at homes to buy in the area. Again, this is something that's working on its back end, helping me nurture clients, right? The biggest thing about being in real estate and being able to get a lot of deals done is always how do I leverage my time better? And this is one of those things where if you're not great about keeping people updated on the value of their property, then absolutely using something like HomeBot is going to change your life. Highly recommend this if you guys aren't using it. Get all your clients in there. The cool thing is you get to upload your list of clients, right? So you can create a spreadsheet and then upload the list directly to here, and then it'll help you send your introductory emails just to introduce yourself to all of these people, and it'll start engaging with them. This is where you go to the co-sponsor area where I add the lender that I want. And so, if you guys don't even have a lender, the cool thing is they show you lenders in your area who actually have it, and you can actually reach out to them through here to say, "Hey, you know what I mean? I would love to partner with you on HomeBot." And so now they share branding with you, and you get those extra leads for free. I want to say it goes from like your normal HomeBot's like 250, and it goes up to like 500 or 1,000, something crazy. The amount of leads that you're able to increase by doing that. Um, Share. So here's the cool thing is you could actually, if you have a website, you could embed HomeBot directly onto your website. So, or like your Instagram or different things like that. So if people are curious about the value of their home and you want to collect leads, the cool thing is you can copy and paste this link on your Instagram and you can say, hey, curious about updating the value of your home. Like click here or add your email here and we'll update the value of your property for free. So you can get homeowner leads, get buyer leads, get property search leads. Like you want to search for properties in our area, interactive searching, all here. And you can embed these directly right onto your website. Look, some ways to use it. You can put in your email signature, social media posts, new client intake resources, calls to action in emails, targeted Facebook ads, QR code for door hangers and mailers. So let's say I want to target a specific neighborhood and I'm going through the neighborhood and leaving door hangers or just leaving things in the area. You can put a QR code that says, hey, find the updated value of your property. And so when they go to the website, it's going to ask them to put in their email address, put their address, and put their contact info. And boom, you picked up another lead and may not even had a conversation with them because now they're just curious about the value of their home. And so it's a great, great way to get some leads. But yeah, social media links are right here. Everything's all here for you. So see, just from right here, I can share directly onto my Facebook. What would my home rent for? Can you afford another home? User, oh, I can't do it for this user. I'm in his platform, my bad. The mobile app, you can use it from your phone and then embed a widget. So embed a widget is how you would put it on your website. So this is what it would look like basically. You would have to get somebody who knows, code and things like that. But on the homepage of your website, you can add this and it would seamlessly blend into your website to where if somebody puts their email address, they can check the value of their home and they'll start getting this digest from you. And it's once a month, guys, they get this email from you just once a month. And whoever engages and clicks on it, it tells you. And so that's the thing. It tracks every single thing that they're doing. Cool thing is you can add some videos in here to educate people. So personally, I did not do my videos yet. I'm so glad I'm doing this right now because I'm like, man, I've been saying I want to shoot all these videos and add them on here and explain what this is. So the cool thing is when you add all your people, you can have a short video in here of you just saying, "Hey, I just want you to know what HomeBot is. HomeBot is an amazing software that is going to keep you updated on the value of your home. You can search properties. You can even see what kind of rent you could pull for this property. It's just an incredible software with helping you understand how much equity you have in your home. Please use it. And if you find it irritating or you're not, comfortable with it, it's a one-click unsubscribe and you'll never see us again. But I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, you know what I mean, feel free to text or call me. Now they have this video of you explaining what the software is. It makes so much more sense to them why they would want to engage in this thing. And it doesn't feel like a salesy thing. It feels like, oh, Drake's giving me this cool value. Like, why wouldn't I, you know what I mean, find a lot of value in this? This is for people that maybe refinancing, right? Clients that want to consider refinancing their home. This video would trigger in some of those emails if somebody clicks the refi option. If somebody does a new home, they want to do buying, right? uh, if you add a buyer versus a seller, because you can put buyers in here too. That's the cool thing. Like they may be somebody who's just renting or whatever. You can put that tag in there that they're just a renter, and you can have them updated on the buying section. So what buyers get is a digest of what's going on with the home prices in your area. So it helps them understand what's going on in the market. Really, really powerful software again, even for buyers. Pre-qualification video help them understand the difference between pre-qualify and pre-approval. Should you sell? Is it a good time for them to sell? Help them understand scenarios. AVM, their home value alert, right? High demand market. All of these different videos are all here for you to help them, and you can add your own custom videos in here. So highly recommend you guys using this. And of course, you can send all these videos the way that they're made to be done, which is by email. You would send them by email and the clients would get them and you're able to send it to homeowners or buyers, however you want to do it. So pretty cool. Did you know you can send a video single client using BombBomb? So BombBomb integrates with this. So if you don't use BombBomb, you absolutely could use this. It says you could do your videos through PitchHub, Vimeo, Vidyard, YouTube. Any of those platforms will allow you to embed these videos. So what you would do is you would record the video on your laptop or on your phone. You would upload it unlisted to a YouTube channel. And then that's how you would add the link in here. And that's how they would have the links embedded into the videos. So they'd have a way for your clients to view them all. So very, very cool software. If you guys aren't using it, I highly recommend you guys go and check it out. Um, this is some of the power ups and things that it can do. So there's different ways that you can up the game here. So Zapier integrates with my CRM. So the cool thing is I have Zapier, so I can set up anytime that my CRM picks up a buyer or a seller, I can zap it right over here to HomeBot to where they automatically get added to the HomeBot software. And HomeBot, you can have it set up to send that intro email automatically for you and to start engaging them monthly. Again, you can set up BombBomb if you're using it to start sending videos. You can use this home search feature, which are already connected, the home app already connected. So all of those things are all here for you. All right. So HomeBot. Give me one second. Let me see what else. I had a couple things here listed. PropStream. All right. PropStream, I don't know if you guys heard of this. Another really great software. They use AI and tools to find leads, help you analyze deals throughout an area. So, have you ever been driving through a neighborhood and maybe you saw a broken down home or a client saw a home and they're just like, oh my God, I love that property. I would love to own it. And you think to yourself, well, the idea of going knock on the door, they likely may not be home, or it just doesn't even make sense to do that because you're just like, I don't even know if they want to sell or whatever. But the cool thing is, you want to bring some value to your clients is the fact that you can actually use this to be able to find data on pretty much any home in your area. That's the cool thing about PropStream is you go on the map and you can find specifically the home and it can help you find all of these things about it. So the mortgages, pre-foreclosures, people that have liens on their properties, flippers use it for different stuff, MLS history, probates. All of these different things are all listed in Property Stream. So it's just a very, very effective tool to help you to find more listings by utilizing data in your area. Very, very cool software. I have played around with it quite a bit. I have not used it fully. I'm just aware of it and I do know a lot of agents that use it. Again, I'm showing you guys all of these different softwares that are available. You have to kind of decide at the end of the day what you want to spend money on and what you're going to use. Don't get shiny object syndrome and just go and buy everything and start using them all unless you're actually going to utilize these things. I'm just giving you tools and the availability to know, hey, how do you want to operate your business? This is what works best. So to me, this would be great for somebody who's willing to do cold calling and willing to actually go knock on doors or like talk to people on a regular basis. If you're not that type of agent, this is not a powerful tool for you. This is why Lopo would be a more powerful tool for you because that one is actively marketing for you and trying to get people and then putting them in your CRM. Then your job is just to call them once they're warmed up, right? Whereas with this, these people, if you called and reached out to them, they have no idea who you are. This is the coldest of the cold leads, right? But huge opportunity if your goal is to get off market listings. So if you work with investors, if you work with, or you primarily just want to work with people who are like flipping properties, or you want to flip properties yourself, or you want to get into the rental market, like this is a beautiful way to be able to find properties and to be able to find who those homeowners are, connect with them, and be able to get more listings. So 1,000% would say check out something like this. So you can do off-market property searches. You're able to create lead lists out of here. So you can find homeowners within certain parameters that are most likely to sell, which is really, really cool. So the way the lead systems work, this is really cool. So what you would do is, let's say I'm like, okay, I love 70508. That's like the prime zip code here in the center of Lafayette. So I can say in PropStream, okay, I want to pull everybody in 70508. I want them to have I want them to have lived in this home for 30 years because that would mean that it's very likely paid for. And I also want them to have a credit score of 600 and above, right? And I want them, those are all like different little things that you can filter through. So think about that. If I did that, then it would pull up this list of all of these people that fit that data. And then all of a sudden, now I have a very niche down, like I'm calling these older people likely that have been living in these homes forever. And so they don't have a house note, they have good credit. It's very likely that they may be thinking, well, I don't want to renovate, but maybe I would want a new home and they could cash out and buy something nicer, right? The fact that they're sitting on all this equity of this property and maybe they just haven't even thought about it, right? But you're opening that conversation, and it's a great way to find flips, find rental properties, things like that, off market listings. So 1,000%. You can save all of these marketing lists, right? So you can pull fresh data. There's automations that you can do within here, right? Using the AI, so it can help you automate some of your prospecting. It integrates to where you can even send them mailers. So you can create things to send people by mail. You can skip trace homeowners' contact information. So once it pulls all this list, you have the skip tracing capability for getting their phone numbers and their data really, really quickly. So the base software helps you pull all the information and identify who these people are. You'll get the addresses, but you can pay for the script tracing of these people, which it's super cheap, guys. I think it's a couple cents per homeowner. So if I wanted to get like, or not even a couple cents. I think it's point something. Because I want to say when I got a call list or something like that, it ended up being like $30. It's nothing wild. So 1,000% definitely recommend checking this out. Um, and of course, your campaign. So you can create postcards, you can do landing pages, you can do emails that you can do, and you can track it all within their software, meaning you can manage what people and see what they're doing and what they're engaging with. Um, let's see. Can't believe y'all forced me all to talk to myself today. Nobody's engaging at all. I'm showing y'all some cool ass stuff over here. Um, okay, yeah. So this is everything here. It's obviously built for teams and people that are looking to level up their business. Highly recommend something like PropStream if your goal is to find more data in your area and find more hot lead services. All right, cool. Last but not least, I was going to show you guys. Nope, not Notion. Ooh, where's my Jupiter? Jupiter. All right, so um, I wanted you guys to check out for uh listing descriptions. Some of the things that I'm using ChatGPT for, I was going to show you guys some of the things that I found it the most valuable in my business. One thing is listing descriptions, which I know a lot of you probably already know that, but it comes up with stuff that's just so generic that you really have to understand how to get it to sound more human-like and not make it sound like super cheesy in a lot of ways. It's all about just talking to the system to get the things that you want out of it. So for instance, let's say I have a listing that is on a pond with wood, wood floors, uh, open concept floor plan, um, and big backyard fully fenced in. Oh, wait, sorry. First of all, I got to tell it what hat it's going to wear. I need you to act. Oh, to act as a content writer, right? So I'm telling it what hat it's going to wear. Content writer for a uh, property, property description for my new listing. All right, so now it knows what to do and it's got a little bit of information. We're going to plug it in and we're going to get our first results, right? So here's the first one. Welcome to your dream home where luxury means tranquility, right? So this does not sound like anything that is a normal person would say, right? This flows seamlessly through the open concept, warm and inviting. So to me, it's like, yeah, it sounds great, but it doesn't sound human and it sounds a bit over embellished. So what I can do is this is great, but I need it to be said more concise and factual without too much fluff in a casual tone, more human-like. There we go. This home sits on a beautiful pond with a fully fenced-in backyard, perfect for pets, kids, or just enjoy the view. Inside, you'll find wood floors throughout an open concept plan. So, see, it already gave me something that's a bit more straightforward and natural. But here's the problem: I can't talk. I'm not supposed to talk about kids or families, right? Because I don't want a violation talking about that. So I can talk about that it's great for pets. That's not a violation or enjoying the view, but maybe it's just a bit too short. Um, I want a bit more details without without mentioning a family or kids in it.
So initially, you go from pretty broad to just them
This
dialing
waterfront
it in
home
each time.
offers peaceful pond views, a fully fenced-in backyard, providing both privacy and space to enjoy. Inside, wood floors won throughout, adding warmth and character. The open concepts. So see, you can start to narrow down and just keep giving it details till you get the results that you're looking for.
Hmm.
That's the biggest thing with these things is that you want to keep playing around with your results so you get what you want. Now, another thing that I've been using ChatGPT for, other than just this, is for helping me with contract language. I don't know if you guys ever are in that place where I see a lot of agents that are very lazy with their contract language and things that they say, and it just comes across really unprofessional and doesn't look very, very prepared. And so one of the things I started doing was using this to help clean up some of my contract language. So I'm more concise and more saying exactly what I want to say. So, for instance, I had a contingency agreement with somebody and I needed to remove the contingency and I couldn't remember how to word that, right? I was like, I don't really know how to say that in a professional tone. So I would tell ChatGPT, I need you to act as a real estate agent and write official contract language for me to use in an addendum and spell, right? I need to remove a contingency from a listing. I have the buyer and we are requesting this from the from the seller. Okay. Boom. Put it in. Here's a professional and legally signed addendum to remove the contingency. So it gives me all of the official language that I would need for an addendum. But this is if I was literally going to take a blank sheet of paper and put the whole thing on there, but I don't need the whole thing. I already have an addendum that's going to say this and it's going to have all this stuff. So guess what I need to do? I just go here and I go and copy this, right? This part. Or even just something as simple as this. The buyer hereby requests seller agrees to remove the contingency from the purchase agreement. Specify right? What's happening? All the terms and conditions in full effect. So it's as easy as now I have some official contract language and I look extremely much more professional to my clients and I look more valuable and also to the other agent. There are just so many times, guys, that I've seen contract language just look so lazy and unprofessional from other agents. Like, and to me, it just doesn't scream value to you, right? Because if a seller or a buyer look at that contract and be like, well, I could have wrote that, like remove a contingency. Like, I could have wrote that, right? The whole idea is if you want to look and be viewed and valued as a professional, then you need to sound that way, right? And so this is how you do it, is making sure that the type of language and the way that you're speaking in on your contracts absolutely looks extremely valuable. And then, of course, I'm going to be doing an entire class about social media coming up too. So the whole idea will be is I'll show you guys how you can use some AI to also help you with your social media stuff. So I'm not really going to get into that a whole lot today, but this is just a few of the ways that I've started to use AI and be able to sound much more professional in the things that I'm doing. So,
Never really thought about it doing
we're
it.
about 5 minutes away. Did either one of you guys have questions or anything?
I didn't realize you could do it more of like the contract talk of it.
Well, I
Never
hope
really
y'all
thought.
found some value in the stuff that I showed you today.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for coming. Appreciate
The
you. If you need anything, holler. Can't believe y'all left me on silent today. Not one word.
Can you hear me?
Oh, Dre, can you hear me?
Stop recording.
Dre.
Hello.
Stop recording. Let's see.